Sonic X Shadow Generations is less than 2 months away, and I bet most of us are very excited for the game. But like most other recent Sonic games, Sega has made it abundantly difficult to purchase this damn game, because there are so many different versions of this game available to buy. So in this video, I wanted to kind of clear the air on some of the confusion behind the different versions of the game, and determine what version you should buy. Now, I already made a sort of similar video back when the Summer Game Fest trailer dropped that explained all of the Digital Deluxe DLC and whatnot. This video is kind of a follow-up to that one because we have so much more information now. Anyway, we have 4 different versions of the game. We have Standard Physical, Standard Digital, Digital Deluxe, and the Collector's Edition, which all have their own benefits. The Digital Deluxe version does by far give you the most in-game content, as you get things like extra skins, music, and even a new stage dropping later this year. You even get to play the game a few days early if you pre-order this version of the game, with the exception of Nintendo Switch. So yeah, it may seem like this would be a no-brainer for most people. However, it was recently discovered that all of that Digital Deluxe content will be available separately as DLC, besides the early access stuff, of course. So even if you don't buy that version of the game, you won't be missing out on all of that content. And of course, I gotta mention that if you buy this stuff on PlayStation, then you'll also get some bonus deleted scenes from the prologue animation. But all of that stuff will likely be dumped on YouTube very shortly after the game drops, so yeah. But what about the other versions of the game? Well, if you want the deluxe content, then there's really no reason to buy the Standard Digital Edition, unless you're just trying to save a few bucks for the time being, which, you know, that's understandable. We also have the Standard Physical version of the game, which comes with Gerald Robotnik's journal as a pre-order bonus. So you can buy that version and then buy the deluxe upgrade to get all of the content, but you won't get to play the game early. So it depends on what your preferences are. If you're open to buying any version of the game, then you kinda have to choose between getting early access or getting Gerald's notebook, assuming you're only buying the game once, of course. And we haven't even talked about the recently announced Limited Run Games Collector's Edition. This is kind of an oddball because it includes so many cool items, but it has many downsides. It includes a steelbook, keychains, a soundtrack CD, an art book, and an awesome looking Sonic and Shadow Dreamcast statue. But of course, again, there are many downsides that come with buying this edition. The price point is just crazy expensive for a lot of people. Almost $300 for all of this stuff just isn't that appealing to a lot of people, which is understandable. And apparently, Limited Run Games has a not so good track record when it comes to shipping out items to customers, but honestly, that's all up to you to do your own research on that, because I already bought the collector's edition, so my view may be a little biased, and the actual collector's edition items, which are basically everything except for the game itself, don't ship out until July of next year, which is an insane wait time for all of this stuff. Like hell, we might have the next Sonic game announced by then. I mean, at least you do still get the game itself on launch, and it is a physical copy that does include Gerald's notebook, so that's cool. And if you're not entirely sold on the collector's edition just yet, I think it's a pretty good investment, especially if you're a hardcore collector, or even a reseller. Let me explain. So, in the United States, there is no physical PS4 copy of the game available to purchase in retail. However, there is a physical copy of the PS4 version that you can get by buying the collector's edition, meaning that a United States PS4 copy of the game is going to be extremely rare in the future. So, if you're buying the collector's edition, then I highly recommend buying the PS4 version, and maybe even keeping it sealed. But yeah, the whole limited run thing is kind of a mixed bag, so unless you really want all of the stuff it includes, then I probably wouldn't recommend it. Maybe if it was a little bit cheaper, I could recommend it to more people, but nah. If you do want it though, you have until October 6th to buy it, so hurry up, I guess. And also, no matter what version of the game you buy, as long as you pre-order it, you get the Adventure Sonic skin, so no worries there. And the Jam Sonic skin is still only available through the newsletter, and it's probably going to remain that way unless they drop it on Steam like they did with the Modern Amy skin for Superstars. Okay, got all of that? Now let's answer the question. What version should you buy? Well, let me ask you some questions. Are you a Sonic fan? If not, and you're buying this game because you want to get into the series, then for one, great choice, and for two, definitely go for one of the standard editions, whether that is the physical or digital edition. All of the bonus content in the other editions really only appeal to hardcore Sonic fans, so I wouldn't really recommend getting those. Now, if you are a Sonic fan and want the extra content, then you have a choice of getting to play the game early or getting Gerald Robotnik's journal. Because again, even if you do buy the physical edition of the game, then you can still purchase the deluxe content as DLC, and if you're insane like me and want all of the extra physical stuff, then by all means, buy the collector's edition after doing some research on Limited Run. But again, do it quick because you only have a month to pre-order it, and after that, time's up. So yeah, I just wanted to make this video to help you guys out with buying this game. If all of that was a little too confusing to follow, then completely understandable. I made this little chart thing to kind of help you out with selecting a version as well, so pause the video if you want to get a look at this. Also, I'm currently hosting a Sonic X Shadow Generations Digital Deluxe giveaway for any platform in my Discord server, so click the link in the description to join that if you're interested. Anyway, that's going to end this one. Let me know which version of Sonic X Shadow Generations you're going to buy in the comments down below, and are you as excited for this game as I am? But thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all later. Goodbye.